Hi, I'm Madeline Hayes, and I'm going to instruct you how to get a functional organized desk for college classes. Why students need a functional desk? It is proven that students will do 20% better academically on their tests than their peers who don't study at a desk. It's going to offer you more motivation because if you're going to see a well organized desk that you don't have to fight and find things such as pens and papers, you're going to be more motivated to do your homework and get it done on time. It's going to also give you organizational skills, which then you can later carry on to your life skills too. Getting started. You are going to need to get some materials needed before you start this project. You really need about an hour about a time. Some things you want to keep in mind though is what kind of aesthetic you want to keep. I went with the blues because blues are very calming to me and it just looks nice. So be sure you have your desk accessories. Be sure that you have all of the materials that you need for school, such as your textbooks, your planners, your notebooks, pens, pencils. I highlight a lot. I use a lot of sticky notes. So it really does help me in the long run. Another thing to keep in mind is extension cord. I know studies say to put away your phone during homework time and during study time, but a lot of the times I use my phone as an extra study method. And so if something doesn't make sense to me, I will text someone in my group in the class and ask a question. I usually get a response immediately, so I'm not left waiting. Things to keep in mind before you start this, once again, aesthetic. What type of work are you going to be doing? For example, if you are a fashion major, you might need more sketching room so you can sketch out your works and more like room to still be more creative with and how you work. I work a little disorganized I have organized chaos. So every pile represents something else to me. It's like, this needs to be done. This is my to-do list. So you really need to like understand how well you work and how you do work. You have to personalize it. You spend a lot of time at this desk. For every hour of lecture, you also need to have 3 hours of study time. And that's just like what's recommended. 1 hour of lecture equals 3 hours of study time. So whenever you have classes 5 days a week, you should be at your desk at least 3 hours a day, studying, going over materials, and making sure you really understand and grasp the concepts of them. So you want to have a personalization of it. It can be pictures, just make it your own. This again, you are going to spend a lot of time here at the desk. And then you need to make sure that you gather all the supplies that you need. Now let's get to it. You really need to start with a completely clean desk. As you can see in the first picture, it's a little disorganized, it's messy. And so you can see I have like my blue books and my notebooks all out. I can't work at this desk. It's not going to benefit me to sit down with my computer open and try to study and try to look at my notes. Because you're going to get overwhelmed and your anxiety is going to kick in. And that's just not what we want. You know, so many college students already have anxiety with studying and doing homework. We don't need to add to it. So be sure that you completely empty it off. Dump everything out onto your bed, onto the floor. Go through it piece by piece. A lot of the stuff that's on this desk you probably don't need. That blue book can be filed away. That room of paper needs to go somewhere in storage. So you just really want to have a clean, empty space to work with. So be sure that you wipe it down with the antibacterial soap, such as Lysol or anything. Just be sure, because, you carry home a lot of germs from class. And then you kind of want to plan. You kind of want to plan, like, what's going to go where, like, how well you're going to work, like, what do you need around you. Now you have to assemble it back together. Now, I like daily tasks. I make a list every morning whenever I wake up, and that's the list that needs to get done for that day. So I'm sure to have memos next to me. My planner, I live my life by my planner. Without the planner, I'd be so unorganized, it's not going to be funny. I recommend a corkboard, so you can put your to-do list and little thank you notes and like little flowers and stuff on it. That way, like you said, you spend a lot of time at this desk, so you really need to like make it personalized and make it kind of homey to you. Because it's like your second home away from home. You do spend a lot of time here, so make it really comfortable in a place where you want to go to. And be sure to utilize the drawer. The desk does have a built-in drawer in it, and I keep my extra pens, extra pencils in there, my extra sticky notes, my printer ink, and stuff that I'm going to need like quickly to grasp you. My binder clips and pen needles and paper clips are all in there, so it doesn't clutter the desk, but it's still there whenever I need them. Personalization. Again, you spend a lot of time here, so this is your second home away from home. You need pictures. That's a picture of my dog. That's my baby, so I want to look at her whenever I do my homework. Make it comfortable. Get a comfortable chair that you can sit in for long periods of time. Be sure you have something to look at to like remind you of like, oh, that time like we went for that trip. Just to like kind of take your mind off like, you know, the subject in the hand, because you do need to look away. Keep it tidy. Every time you get done doing your homework or studying or working on a project, it takes 2 seconds to put everything back in its designated spot. That means put your colored pencils back into the box, into the drawer. Put the staples back if you use staples. Make sure you wipe down the desk, that way it's ready for you for the next time. This is also going to correspond into your life with organizational habits. If you get into the habit of putting stuff up whenever you're done, you don't have to get ready to do it. And that just makes it more easier for you to get started studying than having to spend the first 2 minutes trying to clean and find a spot to put your books down and highlighters and pens and notes. So it really does make it a lot easier for the next study day for you. Keep in mind, this is your desk. No one else is going to be sitting at it. It's your space. Make it personalized. You do spend a lot of time here. Be sure to keep it tidy, because that's just one less thing that you have to do next time you go study. If you have any questions or have any like information that you want me to know, or you have anything you want me to answer, be sure to contact me. Email is the best way. I will usually respond within about an hour or two, or you can always text me. Thank you so much.